we are going to discuss about the different case laws related to the preamble and the DPSP. In this video, we are going to discuss these 6 case laws. So let us start. In the first case law is Berubari Union case of 1960. In this case, Supreme Court said that the preamble is not a part of Constitution. Basically, the question was whether the preamble is a part of the Constitution or not. In this case, Supreme Court clearly said it is not a part of Constitution. But Supreme Court also said that it can be used as guiding principle. That means whenever there is some ambiguity, some kind of confusion regarding any provision of the Constitution, preamble can be helpful as the guiding principle to decide or for the interpretation of those ambiguous provisions. So this was the judgments related to the Berubari Union case of 1960. The second important case where the issue of whether the preamble is a part of the Constitution or not was resolved permanently was in the case of Keswananda Bharati case. This is very popular case which gave the doctrine of basic structure. In this case, Supreme Court clearly said that the preamble is a integral part of Constitution. Okay, it is integral part of Constitution. However, preamble is neither a source of power to legislature or nor a source of prohibition on the legislature. So it is non-justifiable. Okay. Keswananda Bharati case also reiterated that preamble can play a significant role in the interpretation of the legislative acts, like Berubari Union case also told the similar thing. In the next case, that is the LIC of India case of 1995, reiterated what was said by the Supreme Court in the Keswananda Bharati case, that is the preamble is the integral part of the Constitution. So this case reiterated the same thing. Okay, so these are the 3 cases related to the whether the preamble is the part of the Constitution or not. The second issue is related to the conflict between the fundamental rights and DPSP. Wherever there is conflict between the fundamental rights and DPSP, which will prevail? That is the question. Champakan Dorai Rajan case of 1951 clearly said that fundamental right would be greater than DPSP. What it said? That the fundamental rights will prevail whenever there is question of whether fundamental rights should be implemented or the DPSP, and if both are in conflict, then this case also talks about DPSP cannot in any way override or abridge the fundamental rights. Basically, it is talking about same thing, that is the fundamental right is greater than DPSP. They have to conform and run as subsidiary to the fundamental rights. So that the same thing it is saying. The next case is about the Golaknath versus State of Punjab case of 1967. Here also Supreme Court said that the fundamental rights cannot be diluted to implement DPSP. However, the stance changed in 1980 when the Minerva Mills versus Union of India case. Supreme Court said that there is no conflict between the fundamental rights and DPSP, and both are complementary to each other. Our constitution exists on the balance of part 3, that is the fundamental right, and part 4, that is DPSP. That is, one cannot be above the other, both should complement each other. That is the stance given by the Minerva Mills case. Then it also said that the giving absolute priority, that is giving absolute priority either to the fundamental right or DPSP, it will disturb the harmony of the Constitution. So there should be the balance between the fundamental right and DPSP. So this was the overall stance. Wherever there is conflict between DPSP and the fundamental rights, the answer should be there should be the harmony and the balance between the fundamental rights and DPSP. These are the 3 cases which we can use to substantiate our points or to explain about the DPSP and the fundamental rights.